Ever wondered why the lone wolf, the Sigma male, often seems to harbor a certain disdain for the world? Today we're demystifying this enigma. Sigma males are those introverted, self-reliant individuals who operate outside the societal hierarchy. They're the quiet observers, the ones who don't need validation or approval from others to feel content. Unlike their alpha and beta counterparts, who are often seen leading the pack or fitting neatly into social structures, Sigma males dance to the beat of their own drums. They're the ones who find comfort in solitude, who thrive in their own space, and who are often misunderstood due to their unique approach to life. Sigma males are not antisocial, they're selectively social, choosing quality over quantity in their relationships. They are the thinkers, the philosophers, the dreamers who often find themselves at odds with a world that tends to value extroversion and power. In a society that values extroversion and power, Sigma males often find themselves out of place. At its core, the Sigma male's perception of the world is deeply rooted in their psychological makeup. Let's delve into the mind of a Sigma male and explore the psychological aspects that define them. One of the most prominent traits of a Sigma male is their tendency towards introspection. They are deep thinkers, often spending considerable time in their own minds, analyzing their thoughts, feelings, and experiences. This profound self-reflection can often lead Sigma males to perceive the world differently from others. They see beneath the surface, questioning the status quo and seeking to understand the underlying mechanisms of society. Furthermore, Sigma males are fiercely independent. They value their autonomy, not relying on others for validation or support. Their self-sufficiency shapes their worldview, reinforcing their belief that they can navigate the world on their own terms. This independence, however, may sometimes be mistaken for aloofness or disinterest, yet it is simply the Sigma male's way of asserting their individuality and maintaining control over their life. Additionally, Sigma males have a natural preference for solitude. Unlike their alpha counterparts who thrive in social settings, Sigma males often find comfort in their own company. They cherish their alone time, using it to recharge, reflect, and pursue their interests. This preference for solitude can sometimes contribute to a Sigma male's perception of the world as an uncomfortable place. They may feel out of sync with a society that values extroversion and constant social interaction, yet it is this very solitude that allows them to cultivate their unique perspectives and ideas. Now it's crucial to understand that these traits, introspection, independence, and solitude, are not signs of weakness or antisocial behavior. Rather, they are the strengths that set Sigma males apart. They enable Sigma males to challenge conventional wisdom, carve their own paths, and live life on their own terms. The Sigma male's self-reliance and tendency towards introspection often leads them to question societal norms and expectations. This questioning, this deep-seated desire to understand and navigate the world independently, is what truly defines the psychology of a Sigma male. Now let's explore how these psychological traits might lead to a sense of alienation for Sigma males. Sigma males by nature are introverted individuals who often prefer their own company to that of others. And this isn't because they dislike people, but rather because they find solace and satisfaction in solitude. This is where they recharge, where they find their center. However, this love for solitude can often lead to feelings of alienation. You see, we live in a society that thrives on social interaction. We're conditioned to believe that socializing, networking, and forming relationships are critical to our success and happiness. But what happens when an individual like a Sigma male rejects this societal norm? Well, they often find themselves feeling alienated. Alienated not because they're misunderstood or unaccepted, but because they choose to live life on their own terms. They opt for a path that's less traveled, a path that's often misunderstood by societal standards. This alienation, however, isn't necessarily a negative for Sigma males. In fact, it's this very alienation that allows them to view the world from a unique perspective. It's what fuels their independence and self-reliance. It's what enables them to think outside the box, to challenge the status quo, and to defy societal expectations. But this doesn't mean that Sigma males are immune to the negative effects of alienation. Just like anyone else, they too can feel lonely, misunderstood, and disconnected. And it's these feelings that can contribute to a Sigma male's negative perception of the world. They can begin to see the world as a place that values conformity over individuality, and this can lead to feelings of resentment and disillusionment. However, it's important to note that while Sigma males may feel alienated, they're not necessarily alone. There are many others out there who share their values and beliefs, who understand their love for solitude and their rejection of societal norms. The Sigma male's non-conformity often leads them to feel alienated in a world that values conformity. So, with this psychological makeup and sense of alienation, how does the Sigma male perceive the world? Well, the Sigma male's worldview is shaped by their unique traits and by their feelings of alienation. In an extroverted world where the spotlight often shines on those who shout the loudest, the introverted, self-reliant Sigma male can feel overlooked and misunderstood. This can lead to a sense of frustration and a perception of the world as a battleground, where they constantly have to assert their worth and their individuality. Their disdain for societal norms and expectations can also contribute to their negative perception of the world. They loathe the idea of fitting into a box or adhering to a certain way of life just because it's the status quo. They see the world as a place that's constantly trying to force them into conformity, a place that doesn't value their unique approach to life. The Sigma male's analytical mind also plays a significant role. They often see the world in a realistic, even cynical light. They're aware of the injustices, the hypocrisy, and the superficiality that pervade society. This awareness can be disheartening and can contribute to their disdain for the world. At the same time, their self-reliance and independence can make the world seem a lonely place. Even though they enjoy solitude and value their independence, they also recognize the human need for connection. Yet, they often struggle to find these connections in a world that seems so at odds with their own values and personality. And yet, despite their negative perception, Sigma males also possess an innate resilience. They have the ability to carve their own path and to find fulfillment in their own terms, even in a world they often find discomforting. They may not love the world, but they have the strength to navigate it on their own terms. The Sigma male's perception of the world is deeply rooted in their unique personality traits and their feelings of alienation. In conclusion, the Sigma male's unique psychological traits and their feelings of alienation contribute to their perception of the world as an uncomfortable place. The essence of our discussion today has revolved around these elements, each of them interconnected and equally significant in understanding the Sigma male's worldview. Firstly, we delved into the psychology of a Sigma male, a fascinating exploration into the mind of these intriguing individuals. We discovered how their introverted nature, combined with a strong sense of independence and a predilection for solitude, sets them apart from the traditional societal hierarchies. They are the lone wolves, the self-sufficient men who do not seek validation from others. This unique psychological makeup plays a crucial role in their perception of the world, often leading to a sense of detachment and indifference towards societal norms and expectations. We then moved on to discuss the alienation of Sigma males, a topic that is intrinsically linked to their psychology. The Sigma males, with their preference for solitude and self-reliance, often feel alienated in a world that values extroversion and social interaction. This alienation is not merely a result of their introverted nature, but also a consequence of their refusal to conform to societal expectations. They are the outcasts, the misfits, the ones who march to the beat of their own drum. This feeling of alienation further fuels their disdain for the world, reinforcing their belief that it is a place they don't quite fit into. Our conversation then steered towards the Sigma male's perception of the world. Their unique psychology and feelings of alienation shape their worldview, leading to a perception of the world as an uncomfortable place. They see a world that values conformity over individuality, extroversion over introversion, and social interaction over solitude. It's a world that seems to be designed for the alphas and betas, leaving little room for the sigmas. This perception, coupled with their innate desire to remain detached from societal norms, culminates in a sense of dissatisfaction and disdain for the world. The broader implications of these points are significant. They help us understand that the Sigma male's disdain for the world is not a simple issue. It's a complex interplay of their unique psychology, their feelings of alienation, and their perception of the world. By understanding these elements, we can begin to empathize with Sigma males, appreciating their unique perspectives and acknowledging their place in the societal structure. This understanding can foster more inclusive societies that value diversity and individuality, paving the way for Sigma males to feel less alienated and more accepted. The Sigma male's disdain for the world is a complex issue, rooted in their unique psychology and their feelings of alienation. Understanding this can help us better understand and empathize with Sigma males.